Does your next cosplay or Ren Fair outfit involve making some sort of pointy hat, but you're not really sure how to get that perfect point at the top? This tutorial is for you. I'll be showing you two methods for how to make cone hats out of EVA foam. The first uses contact cement, aka rubber cement. You're going to want to be in a really well ventilated area with the respirator on for this entire process. Once you've cut out your cone, you're going to heat shape your EVA foam with a heat gun. Once you've shaped it and let it cool down, you're ready for gluing. I coat each side of my seam with rubber cement and I wait till it gets tacky. Once the glue is tacky, then you should be able to easily stick the two sides together. Something I forgot to do is that you should temporarily hold your seam together with painter's tape while the rubber cement dries. I completely forgot to do that and I had to re-glue my seam because it started to come apart. Once your rubber cement is dry and you see that your seam still has these little gaps, you can Dremel them down so that they are smooth. And then you're ready to prime and paint your hat. Now, if you don't have access to an outdoor space or you don't feel like using a respirator, I'll show you how I made my key-free hat without any rubber cement. After you cut out your EVA foam, you're gonna cut the same shape out of a piece of fabric with an additional 1-inch seam allowance to wrap over the edge. Since you're wrapping your fabric around a curve, you should snip the seam allowance every inch or so that it easily curves around the edges. Now, when it comes to gluing the two pieces together, don't do what I did, which was covering the outside of the EVA foam with tacky glue and then layering the fabric on top. This resulted in the glue bleeding through the fabric and creating these really nasty glue stains. What you should do instead is only put glue on the seam allowance of the fabric and stick it to the underside of your foam so it doesn't show through the front. So this is where you could take advantage of the fact that you use fabric to cover your hat. I used a needle and thread and used a ladder stitch to join the two sides together. When I got to the point, I made sure to pull the thread really tight to close the gap at the top. And then you're ready to decorate your hat. Hope this tutorial was helpful and I wish you luck on your hat making journey. Thanks for watching.